despite assurances from the government spokesperson. The Polish border with Belarus, as we have repeatedly stated, is secure. The situation on the border with Lithuania, where there are temporary controls, and on the border with Germany is completely under control, with full control by state services. The practice of transferring illegal immigrants from Germany to Poland continues unabated. Today, Republika has obtained shocking information. A group of illegal immigrants who arrived from across our western border appeared in the Szczecin Centrum District Court. At the request of the commander of the border guard in Szczecin, 3 Eritreans will be sent to a guarded centre for foreigners for a maximum of 3 months, as decided by the court. We know for sure that there are already more than 25 people who have been brought from Germany to Poland by the German police. And this also proves that these checks are in fact superficial, that they are a cover introduced by Donald Tusk's government to show that it is doing something. It should be assumed that the scale of the practice is much greater, because in this case we are only talking about Szczecin, and Poland's land border with Germany is over 467 kilometres long. What's more, mandatory border checks have been in place on the border with January since the 7th of July. Despite this, illegal immigrants are being transferred to Poland. The only difference is this is not happening directly at border crossings, but probably on German territory. However, large groups are still coming to us, to Szczecin, to the court, and are then distributed to various areas in Poland. Until now, illegal immigrants transferred to Poland had to report to the border guard once a week. In practice, they wandered around Polish towns, and the transfer itself took place in broad daylight at border crossings. I am in Lubieszyn, at the Lubieszyn border crossing, where the SS Gestapo are dropping off engineers. Next up are the Somalis. Here you go. Government spokesman Adam Szlapka is confused by the numbers. From the 7th of July to the 14th, almost 30,000 people were checked. Exactly 127,200 people at these borders. The situation is under control at both borders. If Donald Tusk were successful there, a success he could boast about to the majority of Poles, because the majority of Poles know very well that they do not want illegal immigration, I assure you that there would be a journalist standing every metre reporting on this success. But that is not the case. Ordinary Poles are taking matters into their own hands, supporting Polish services day and night, and preventing illegal immigrants from being transferred from Germany. The Border Defence Movement hung white and red flags on the bridge in Słubice, saying, "This is Poland." We must show that we do not consent to Polish colours and symbols being placed somewhere in secret, somewhere hidden. Today we are going to show all Poles that this is Poland. It cannot be that some German official on the basis of a document in German will forbid us from doing anything here. We stand behind the Polish uniform, white and red, of course, because there Polish police officers, Polish soldiers and Polish border guards show themselves in full uniform. They have the Polish flag, the eagle, and finally Poland is returning to the Oder. The situation on the Polish-Belarusian border is still tense. After 10 p.m. near Cheremcha, illegal immigrants attacked border guards and soldiers. They threw stones and a Molotov cocktail was thrown at our defenders. The services detained 10 illegal immigrants. The actions of the social defenders of Poland's borders are not to the liking of the liberal left side of the political scene. Magdalena Beat from the left praises the alleged benefits that Poles are supposed to gain from mass immigration into our country.
To kłamstwo więc, że
So it is
migranci
a
i
lie
uchodźcy
that
obciążają
migrants and
gospodarkę i
refugees
ciągną
are a
socjal,
burden on the
oni naszą
economy and drain
gospodarkę
social
rozwijają.
benefits. They
Kto
are
to
developing
powiedział?
our country.
Ja to
Who said
powiedziałam.
that?
A
I
te
said
dane
it. And the data
pochodzą z
comes
raportu
from
Deloitte,
Deloitte report
przygotowanego na
commissioned by
zlecenie
the
UNHCR.
UNHCR. Left-wing journalists express similar views.
I
I can openly say that as much migration as possible in Poland is the safest economic and social project in every sense. However, their dreams are dangerous, says Sławomir Sierakowski, editor-in-chief of Krytyka Polityczna, referring to illegal immigrants from the Middle East as a group of voters.
Nie mogę się tego doczekać.
I can't wait for this. I've been waiting for years for a group of voters to arrive here, or at least for others to arrive, so that the landscape, culture, innovation and virtually all aspects of this country will change for the better. After all, crimes are committed by Poles against Poles, or by Poles against Polish women, more often than by any foreigners. According to data from the Ministry of Internal Affairs and Administration, last year foreigners accounted for 5% of all suspects of crimes committed in Poland. This is an alarm for those in power, especially since the problem of large-scale migration will really begin next year when the Migration Pact comes into force. These immigrants come to Europe for social benefits. So who is primarily responsible for guaranteeing high social benefits for illegal immigrants? Left-wing parties, of course. The right wing does not agree with flooding Poland with illegal immigrants. The Confederation, in agreement with the football fan community, is organising protests in cities across the country this Saturday. At noon, patriots will gather under the slogan, "Stop Immigration."